Hello everyone, hope you are all right. We have learned the reactions of metals with oxygen, with water, with acids, with other metal salts. Have you ever thought that why do metals react in this manner? Let us recall what we learned about the electronic configuration of elements in Standard 9. I want you to recall what we have learned in Standard 9 about Bohr's atomic model. We have learned that around the nucleus there are orbits or shells in which the electrons are moving. We have also learned that the orbits around the nucleus are given names. The first orbit, that is n is equal to 1. N means number of orbit. So n is equal to 1 is called K shell, the first orbit after the nucleus. The second orbit, which can be written as n is equal to 2, is said as L shell. The third orbit, n is equal to 3, is called M shell. The fourth orbit, n is equal to 4, is called N shell. And this arrangement of electrons in different orbits or shells is called electronic configuration. We have learnt the electronic configuration of different types of metals and non-metals in Standard 9. We have also learned the formula to put the electrons in different orbits. The formula was 2n square. That is, in first orbit, n is equal to 1. So in first orbit, the maximum number of electrons can be filled are 2. That way, for all different orbits, we can find the maximum number of electrons can be filled. We have also learned that for any metal, the electrons present in outermost orbit means the last orbit, that electrons are said as valence electron. Also, we have learned that the last orbit for any metal is said as valence shell or valence orbit, and the electrons present in it are called valence electron. We have also learned about valency. What is valency? It is the ability of an atom to give electron or to gain electron, which means to accept electron. In other words, we can say that valency is the combining capacity of an atom. So, this is recapitulation about what we learned in Standard 9. Let us look at table 3.3 in your textbook, which shows electronic configuration of some metals. So, first of all, let us see about metals. In second column it is given sodium, magnesium, aluminium, potassium, calcium. These all are metals. Now, their atomic numbers are given. The atomic number of sodium is 11. That means the sodium has 11 electrons. So, in the K shell, there will be 2 electrons. In the L shell, there will be 8 electrons. And in M shell, there will be 1 electron. Why is it so? This we have already studied in Standard 9. There are total number of electrons, and in first orbit we can fill maximum 2 electrons. So that will be filled in K shell. Now out of 11, if we fill 2 in first orbit, there will be 9 electrons left. Now come to L orbit. In L shell, we can fill maximum 8 electrons. So out of 9, we have filled 8 electrons. That is 1 left. So that 1 electron will be filled in M shell. Now here there are 3 shells for sodium. How many electrons are there in the outermost orbit of sodium? 1 electron. Okay, because 1 is there in M shell, and M is the last orbit for sodium. That is called outermost orbit or valence orbit. So there is 1 valence electron in outermost orbit of sodium. Same way you can refer to other examples also. Here you need to note that the noble gases, helium, neon, argon, these all are noble gases. We have learned that they have completely filled valence shell. What does that mean? You can see for examples helium, neon, argon. They have completely filled shells. Let us see example of helium. Helium has 2 electrons. That will be filled in first shell. And in first cell, maximum 2 electrons can be filled. So it is completely filled shell. Right? Let us take example of neon. Neon has 10 electrons. In first orbit, we can put 2 electrons. So that will be in K shell. In second orbit, we can put 8 electrons. So total 10 electrons for neon. So you can see there is 8 electrons in outermost orbit. Same way, if we take example of argon, there are total 18 electrons. So in first orbit, there will be 2. In second, there will be 8, and in the last 8. So in third shell, we can fill maximum 8 electrons. So here we can see these elements, the noble gases, have completely filled shells. If you take other examples also for noble gas, there will be completely filled shells. So all the other metals or non-metals which do not have completely filled shells, what will they do? They will try to attain completely filled shells like noble gases. Now we have seen that noble gases have 8 electrons, mostly in outermost orbit. So they will try to attain octet configuration. What is the meaning of octet configuration? Octet means 8. You remember, octet means 8. So all the other elements will try to complete their shells like noble gases, and they will try to attain octet configuration, which means they will try to attain 8 electrons in their outermost orbit. Let us learn this by taking examples.